y'all see the Pacers Bucks ending with Giannis?
Yeah,
he got. Yeah, let's talk about it.
He can't. His dad can't come to any games for the foreseeable future.
Oh, he got punishment.
Yeah, they banned him.
I don't know if the punishment came from the league or if the punishment came from the Pacers.
It should have came from the Pacers. The league shouldn't have had to get involved in that. Pacers should have done on it.
I feel like it came from the Pacers because I think the Pacers released a statement saying that
they talked to Haliburton about it. I respect Haliburton for going out and saying in the press conference, you know what, I don't, that's my daddy. I love him to death. He always got my back, but I don't agree with how he handled that. And don't get in nobody's face, bro.
How can you get on the court that deep in the court though?
How did he get that far in?
Yeah,
somebody let him on the court.
That's crazy.
Somebody let him on the court. But I tell you one thing, I really grew some respect for Giannis.
Me too.
For what he said at the press conference about it.
Man,
I should have got
it was
powerful.
We should have got that soundbite. Yeah, I just thought about it too. But yeah, it was really if you can find it, man. Yeah, man, because that was good. It was good. It was well thought out.
I didn't hear exactly what he said, so I'm waiting to hear that. But I'm impressed with his restraint because he forehead to forehead, and he got about half a foot in height on him.
and probably 50 pounds. He could have beat that old man.
He could have put Holly's dad in the basket.
He would have beat that old man blue.
Did you like Holly's dad's explanation for it?
I didn't hear that. Who else did? Giannis was on bullshit.
Giannis got into it with Mathurin. He got into it with Mathurin.
He grabbed his head like a little boy.
So so I don't know what happened with that, but I feel like it was one of those, like I'm talking to you type deal or whatever. Maybe Mathurin thought it was a little too aggressive, and because I couldn't really read lips because they were in close, and then it just got bad. But I think Giannis had a lot of emotion from just being eliminated.
Yeah, he said it in his post conference. That's good. That's a good take, Chris, because he said that in his press conference. He was like, we just lost the series. The emotions is running high, and I got this dude waving a towel in my face with his son on it, talking crazy to me. And then I go over here, I'm trying to talk to Mathurin, and he get aggressive. Like the adrenaline was pumping. But Giannis articulated himself really well for what happened, and he threw a little shot in there saying, "I got a ring."
I'm gonna play what his dad said first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come back and play for you what his dad said was like I don't know if I believe it, but he sound his dad sounded hold on, make sure I'm good out in the West. I'm good out here in the West. Connect.
Gotta make sure you're good in the West.
I kind of feel for his dad when he's giving his explanation, but it's still hard to believe. It's really hard to believe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Come on, man, why are you acting up? Okay, there we go. All right, here's his dad. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
When I turned, it might
can y'all hear it?
Like I was looking at him, but I really wasn't. I was looking through him. That's how I was in the moment. I know it looked like we were looking, like I was staring him down, but it wasn't like that. It was in the moment as if I was looking right through him. And yes, I had the banner in my hand going, and I was yelling, yay, yay, yay. Giannis never said anything to me. I never said anything to Giannis. There was no back and forth.
But that changed when Giannis went face to face with John near his baseline seats. A few moments later,
he grabbed my hands. He put his forehead on my forehead, and he said, "Don't disrespect me. Don't effing disrespect me." Okay? And I said to him, I was not trying to disrespect you, which I wasn't. I'm telling you, I did not do that on purpose. I really did not. And then I said to him, I love you. He said back to me, I love you. We patted chest. He gave us a thumbs up, and he walked away.
What y'all think?
Cap, but I respect it. I respect it. I wasn't trying to. Man, he had that towel. Giannis was standing there just taking in the moment, and that man was standing right there like this. I think he was. I mean, that's probably what I would say too. If I was, you know, what I'm saying, doing all that, because he's trying to eventually get that ban lifted so he could come, just in case Hallie and them make a little run. But nah, you was doing that at Giannis. You felt like, you know, your son just won a playoff series against a guy like Giannis. I get it. The emotions ran high. I do believe he was looking at Giannis. I think he probably didn't expect Giannis to come and check him about it. And, you know, I'm glad they was able to piece it up in that moment, though, because that's real. That's big of both of them, you know, because normally somebody come up and put their forehead on my forehead, you know, it's time to go at this point. You know?
Yeah.
So,
It'd be a bad go for his daddy. I'm going to tell you that now.
Yeah, it would have been a bad go. It'd have been a bad go. I'm glad he made the right decision and said, I'm sorry and I love you. And Giannis said, I love you. That's the part I saw. So it was confusing at first.
Yeah. I
was like, did he... Are they cool? And that's just how they was showing each other love? Nah, Giannis wanted smoke until Hallie dad said that, and then he was like, "I love you," you know, thumbs up, whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, I don't believe that.
Here's Giannis' explanation.
With people after the game, it looked like you were kind of standing there by the 3-point line, then all of a sudden you're in the middle of kind of everything. Just what happened kind of out on the floor after the game?
Nothing. This is the last time I'm going to say. I won't talk a lot. We lost the game. It doesn't really matter. One thing I'll say is that I believe like being humble in victory. That's how I am. Now there can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you got talk shit, and you know it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won the championship. They haven't. Okay, and that doesn't say anything. I'm not trying to minimize their effort, but I remember when I won, my mom that she's never missed the games from February 11th or 13th when she came in Milwaukee against the Knicks. She never missed a game. When we won the championship, I remember my mom, she was scared to cross. She was like, am I allowed to come and hug my son? I see, except now my brother does media. For this year, he wants to come back and play. But like, except in that, you've never seen my family like see courtside. See, this is not something that we do. We don't. I try to keep my family away from the game. But losing the game, emotions run high. Having a fan, which at the moment I thought he was a fan, but then I realized it was Tyrese's son, which I love. Tyrese, I think, is a great competitor. He was his dad, sorry. Coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This the F we do. This. I feel like that's very, very disrespectful. You know, my dad, if you guys go and ask and learn, my dad's not with us no more. My dad used to come in the family room and was the most respectful person ever. You know, when you come from nothing and you've worked your whole life to sell stuff in the street, and your whole life you'll be scared of the police of deporting you and sending you back to your country. You have to protect your kids with all means. You create this mentality of being humble your whole life, to not kind of disrespect anybody, not make the tension high, the emotions high, so anybody can, you know, snitch on you, say something bad about you. So when he came here, I remember I was like, Dad, why are you so humble? Why are you going to the family room? You don't even say a word. You sit in the back. Why are you like that? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's how I grew up. That's what I had around. So when I see other dads, which don't disrespect me, maybe if my son play basketball, I might be in the court. I might be the one on the court, and like 20 years later, you can play this interview and say, Giannis, you're contradicting yourself. But we'll see in 20 years. But I'm talking about right now how I feel. You know, having somebody's dad, which I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for his son, and I'm happy that he's happy for his son. That's how you're supposed to feel. But coming to me and disrespecting me and cursing at me, I think is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Okay? And I'm not the guy that points fingers, because in my neighborhood, snitches get stitches. So I don't want to say something, you know, for him to say to get fined or anything. But it's not respectful. I talked with him at the end, and I think we're in a good place.
Thoughts?
Perfectly said. That's it.
That gave me a lot of respect for him. He said it was more that he said. You on mute, Chris? He said it was more that he said.
You did.
But he said he not even go bring it up. You know, he ain't gonna snitch on him and get him in trouble. But you know, he's alluding to that he said more than that.
I mean, hell yeah, he said more than that. You know, he was talking shit.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't expect Giannis to come over there and respond that way. And then when he did, he was like, "I love you."
Oh man, Chris,
what's up?
What you think about it, man?
I definitely think that Haliburton's dad crossed a line. As a family member of a NBA player, you are awarded certain privileges that other common fans or even super fans aren't afforded. But with that comes the responsibility to hold yourself to a higher standard. And yes, you know, you just watched your son 4-1, a former MVP, former NBA champion. And this is a great accomplishment for your son, right? And so again, emotions are very high, but you still have to be aware in that moment that even though your life is different and you might be around these superstars more than most people are, that at the end of the day, there's still people and there still should be protections in place that you just can't go do certain things, right?
Get on the court.
Even still being a player's parent, I don't know how he got that far into he was in the middle of the court.
He was on the court when the horn sounded. He was already on the court.
I know he sits courtside, either I think he sits underneath one of the baskets. So he's right there, but he got to center court fast.
He was like, he got there before the players did.
But definitely respect to Giannis for how he conducted himself in that moment. With the emotions right. I mean, because look, if I just lost in a 4-1 at that, right? And I'm on this team's home floor, right? I have nobody with me but my team, maybe a couple of straggler fans, but I'm in enemy territory, right? I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible. I'm gonna say my well wishes. I'm gonna give Dap and wish him best luck on the next round, but I'm trying to get out of here, right? I'm not lingering. So the fact that this guy that I don't know is a player's dad in the moment, I'm thinking it's just some crazy fan.
And you know they got bad history in Indiana.
Man, so shout out to Giannis, and then in what Giannis said in the press conference afterwards, like that was deep.
It really was, man.
He
basically
like
saying,
Corey
look,
said,
man.
he said it perfectly. He said everything he needed to say.
Yeah,
and it was well spoken and well thought out in his response.
I thought so too.